So yeah, right now Elemental Mage, it's not the best deck out there. As I said, 55% win rate, 600 games for the last 3 days, so it has some sample size. It's a very cheap deck, and it's also a very fundamental kind of Hearthstone deck. Basically board-centric, value trade, all of that nonsense. And the deck is consisting of a lot of elementals and a few spells with which you can finish off the opponent once you've lost the board, probably. We have a couple of fireflies, cheap stuff, keeps your elemental chain going. Really not much to talk about here, it just gives you extra bodies. Flame Geyser, decent removal, also gives you another flame fly, so you can actually keep the chain going for the elementals. The Glacial Shards are pretty interesting inclusion in here. Again, cheap elementals, but they also help you control the board a bit better, control the opponent's face. It's going to be especially important against things like Pain Warlocks, and there's super quick 8/8s on the board. You can freeze them out like that. You can freeze the opponent's face for paladins, prevent them from buffing, prevent Death Knights from shuffling more plays into you, that kind of nonsense, so it can be kind of cool. We have Synthesized, helps you get a little bit of extra elementals in the hand. A lot of random nonsense in there, but it's going to help you curve out quicker with 1, 2, and 3 drops, so that's not too bad. The Aquatic Archivist helps you discount your next elemental. It doesn't have to be this turn, so you can actually cheat out some big men like turn 2 Aquatic gives you basically turn 3 Tainted Remnant, which could be kind of cool like that. Straight up 7/4 on the board with tons of damage could be huge. Or you can go with the Overflow Surger to summon extra copies, basically for 2 mana only. Like turn 1 you coin this out, turn 2 you play this thing, and suddenly it's turn 2 you have a 2/2 and a couple of 3/2s, which is decent stats for the mana in today's day and age. We also have the Flame Revenant, helps you make your next elementals bigger, and you have plenty of cheap ones, so you can tempo out a bunch of stuff with this guy. So that can be kind of cool. The Rolling Stone is pretty interesting, like turn 1 you play an elemental, and turn 2 you roll with this, can be pretty nice tempo. You could also just straight up play a 1-drop on turn 3 and play this guy still. Gives you a free with Rush, pretty good stuff. Shale Spider helps you with the card draw if you played an elemental last turn, and you usually did. We have a couple of Molten Runes. Decent amount of burn damage for the opponent's face, like after you've done a lot of damage with the board. You have this to help you out, maybe finish off the opponent through hand. It also gives you a bunch of random stuff in the process. You could get some removal, some extra burn damage, some extra card draw, that kind of stuff. Couple of fireballs as well for extra burn from hand. Like you can literally kill the opponent even basically from full health if you forced everything. That's like 24 damage and then some, because you have things like this guy and whatnot, so you could burn them like that, but it's definitely not how games go for you. You are going to have to do a lot of chip damage with the board as well. The Overflow Searcher is just an all-around great guy. Gives you it's basically 4 mana, 6/4. It's especially great if you manage to discount and tempo it super quickly, but it's also pretty decent because it summons even extra stuff depending on how many elementals in a row you've played. So let's say turn 1 Firefly, turn 2 Archivist, turn 3 another... No, you can't really play another Firefly because that's going to eat up your discount. So it's going to be turn 3 3/2s, which is kind of cool. And against a lot of opponents that can be quite decent indeed. We also have the Triple Wick, gives you deal 2 damage to a random enemy 3 times, which is quite a lot of damage. It can go 3 times face on an empty board. It doesn't specify it has to be different enemies, so that can be kind of cool. It's a little bit of extra burn damage as well. The stats on the body are definitely not that great, but still decent amount of damage. Removal could be nice. The Unchained Gladiator gives you a bunch of card draw. Draw a card for each elemental you've played the last turn. So let's say on turn 3 you played 3 Fireflies. That's going to be a decent amount of card draw for you to turn after, and it's also a decently statted body. We also have a couple of Sleet Skaters, a lot like the Glacial Shard, but here you also gain a ton of armor like that, so it can be especially annoying, especially against Pain Warlocks, Flood Pallies with their 8/8 giants and whatnot. You can be gaining huge amount of armor while actually preventing that big fat fuck from attacking your face, so it's pretty nice since you get 4 out of these in a game with the mini included. It can be pretty brutal. And at the end we have the Tainted Remnant. a lot of damage, and you can cheat it out super quickly with this guy. So this guy's probably going to be one of your best cards in the deck, basically. Matchup-wise, wow, we actually do have a lot of stats, apparently. And plenty of bad ones. A lot of bad ones, actually. A lot of the popular bad ones, too. Like Flood Pally, and Handbuff Pally are going to be a problem for you. Spell Token Hunter, haven't seen that many of them, but it's still out there. Rainbow Death Knight is also a thing. Hybrid Druid, not that often. Zarimi Priest can be a problem. Highlander Warrior, obviously. Highlander Shaman. Insanity Warlock is obviously going to be bad for you with all the crescendos and healing they have, and also Snake Warlock, which is not really that popular. But you also have plenty of good matchups, so yeah, definitely looks like a 55% win rate. It's kind of in the middle out there. Mulligan-wise, here's what the stats show going first. You're going to be looking for a Synthesize, apparently. That's going to give you a lot of extra gas, especially if you don't curve out well yourself. The Flame Revenant can be pretty nice, especially if you manage to stick it the turn after. You're going to be able to get a decent amount of extra stuff. Firefly ain't bad on turn 1. Glacial Shard can be an okay play on turn 1 even. You're not really going to get the benefit out of the freeze all that much, but it's still a 1 mana 2/1. I wouldn't really hold on to it unless... I don't know, I personally wouldn't really hold on to this. I'd rather try and get either Firefly or Synthesize instead. Rolling Stone can be pretty good, especially against board-centric matchups, like turn 1 you play a 1-drop, turn 2 you get a free with Rush, so you handle their 1-drop, so that can be pretty good. The Tainted Revenant, I would honestly only hold on to this if I already have Aquatic Archivist, which I do believe should be a lot more held. I guess people keep it a lot, they don't win as much with it though. But it's definitely something you will want to be holding on to, especially if you have something like Tainted Remnant, or the... this guy can be okay-ish, this guy can be decent as well. So this is a pretty good tempo activator for you, I'd say. Overflow Surger can also be an okay keep, but I wouldn't just straight up keep it every time. As you can see, people do hold on to it from time to time, but not too often, just like less than 20% of the time. So it is going to be a situational card. You are going to have, let's say, a 1-drop and the Archivist to think about Overflow like that. And the others you're probably not going to hold on to, really. As for on the coin, the situation is going to be a bit different here. Honestly, I feel like the Flame Geyser is going to be a lot more keepable here, and people do actually keep it a lot more. They don't win as much with it, because you're kind of trying to build boards in the early turns, not remove boards, but yeah, it is something to consider depending on the matchup. Like if you're against a Hunter, it's not going to be the worst thing in the world to keep the Flame Geyser, maybe. Kind of questionable. We're going to have to talk about it during the Mulligan phases, basically. But yeah, going second, it's kind of the same stuff. You still want the Aquatic Archivist, the Firefly, I mean. Flame Revenant is still okay. Shell Spider feels a little bit weird being this keepable going second, because like why is it this keepable here instead of going first? Kind of weird. But yeah, the situation is kind of similar. Synthesize seems to be a bit lower on the win rate here. The kept rate is still kind of high. So yeah, it's kind of messy. We're gonna have to discuss during the Mulligans what we're keeping and why. We're gonna have a better idea during the actual gameplay. And yeah, all around the deck is definitely very cheap. Literally just 6 rares, nothing but commons. Very, very beginner friendly. And actually usable, as we saw 55 from Diamond to Legend for the last 3 days after the patch. Definitely nothing to scoff at. Okay, let's get into them games, if you don't have any questions. Okay, instant Paladin. Let's see if we manage to bullshit our way out of this one.
We got first, we have Tainted Remnant, but no Archivist. And we have Triple Wick. Well, against Paladin, I would probably keep Triple Wick, honestly, because we can at least try to deal with their board. I'm not sure.
Honestly, I'm expecting this guy to be Handbuff Paladin instead. I'm no stranger to throwing the whole hand here, honestly.
Yeah, like everything else.
Like all of these cards are support cards for something we don't actually have just yet, so I think I'd rather just throw the whole thing and try to curve out better, and we did-ish.
We did. Yeah, except the Fireball.
Yeah. Okay.
We got Synthesize, which is nice. I honestly am a big fan of playing Synthesize here, to be fair, but Firefly is also an option. Well, these are the only two options.
I'm not against it. Okay, I'm not against it. Sure. Let's try like that.
I'm thinking Synthesize. What do you think?
Do it. Do it. Okay, that's kind of cool.
Because we don't really have right now something to play after turn 2, so I'm thinking synthesizer.
Okay, you already should be knowing that this guy is either hand buff pally or Highlander pally. You're not gonna run this into a flood pally. Okay, what are we thinking here?
This is slow. Crystalline statue is really slow. We don't really have a reason to freeze this guy. I'm thinking we. Oh, that's tough actually. I'm thinking we might, you know what? We might actually play Firefly and Glacial Shard just to get 2 minions on board, and that's it.
Well, I mean, if the goal is to just get 2 minions on the board, you could just play the second elemental out of the Firefly as well. I think I'm kind of okay with that play. Sure, let's go ahead with both Fireflies. Yeah,
why not the Glacial Shark?
Because the Glacial Shark has more benefit than that. Like, right now, what, you're gonna freeze a 1-1? Might as well just kill that 1-1 instead. Okay, this is definitely pretty annoying out of this guy, because he now has a... that bullshitter is gonna attack.
We can actually try to... We will have to bait it out if we want to play something nice. Well, what do you think about playing Glacial Shard into Rolling Stone?
Right? I like it, but Glacial Shard is face because the Rolling Stone is gonna kill the 1-1 anyway, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, Glacial Shard is face and Rolling Stone.
In a very slim chance that he actually gets a weapon. I'm also thinking...
Yeah, he definitely could have coined out the 4-mana weapon right now. That is something they usually run.
Do we use the rush minion to kill his 1-1? Because it's because technically we're gonna have a 3-2, which is not the end of the world, but
I like that you're thinking about that, because Consecration is a real threat to you right now, and 1 damage is not really gonna be the difference between winning and losing usually. So I'm actually not against doing it like that. Sure, kill it with the 1-2 and go face. But usually it's always the rush minion makes the trade instead. But just because Consecration was actually a pretty plausible thing for this man to be doing if he is indeed Highlander. And I think he is, because Trinket Artist you don't really run in, what's his face anymore?
Well, if you played an Elemental last turn, don't overload. This is very nice, actually, I'm thinking.
I like it. Keeps your board. It's not mana efficient, but it's definitely the biggest bang for your buck you can be getting right now, so I'm okay with it. Let's do it.
Yeah, and just go face, because this 2-3 is not really a threat right now.
Well, I mean, you're gonna rush it with the 4-5.
Oh, right, we're not gonna die to the Consecration, that's true.
Yeah, this one does survive. I mean, yeah, like, this time you definitely make the trade, because a 2-3 can kill your stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually. It's not MTG where I can, choose not to block.
Yeah, I haven't really I don't have the slightest idea how MTG actually plays out. Okay, this guy is very desperate playing shit like this.
Miniaturize, Battle Cry, deal 4 damage, higher cost card. Okay, so his mini is gonna deal 4 damage to a target.
Yeah.
We've got a Tainted Remnant, but I'm not a huge fan, because it's just wasting damage. We can... let me think about it. I have a Fireball, which I'm not... We can just Fireball it and go face, honestly. But...
this Tainted Remnant is always gonna be messy for us. We could make it a little bit less messy if you actually make a trade before you actually play it. So I think the 3-3 attacks into the 6-5 first. The 3-3.
3-3 attacks into 6-5.
And after that you can play the 5-mana, because it should always kill for 2 damage.
Or we could trade a little bit more of our board.
But what's the reason for us to trade more here? Like,
that's true.
Even if you get unlucky, you can just make the trades afterwards. Okay, there we go. Technically, we could have just started off with the Tainted straight up here, just because you had all sorts of different minions there. So yeah, that was... We probably should have just played a Tainted first, and after that decide if you need to attack with a couple of Flame Guys or resort to 3-3 itself. Kinda overcomplicated things here for no good reason. We should have just gone with the 7-4, see what happens, and then make the adequate adjustments.
To be completely fair, we've got a good board. I like this board, you know.
Yeah, but
I've
he
liked
does
this
have the
board.
nostalgic clown, so this 7-4 is going bye-bye for sure. We do have a little bit of fireball damage from hand. Okay, he's actually not
Trinket
Highlander.
Artist.
Fuck is that even then? Some random bullshit is what that is.
He's got so many cards. He's got so much gas, but he's not playing it.
He has two
Okay,
auras
nostalgic
in there, two
clown.
divine shields.
Okay. Let me think about it. So, first and foremost, we have potentially, if our goal is to just go face, we could fire blast the divine shields, then use our
What?
firefly to.
What do you mean?
We have. I'm counting the damage. Disregard that. I'm just counting damage right now. I'm just thinking if we can lethal him. We have five damage more, 6 more from fireball. That's not good. Triple wick is a bit too expensive. I feel like we don't have lethal right now.
Let's
currently.
hero power the 1-1.
Sorry?
Hero power the 1-1.
This one.
The divine shield.
The divine shield, yeah.
Attack the 1-1s. Kill the 1-1 as well. Both the 1-1s kill them, and 4-3 goes face. 4-3 goes face. Play the 4-mana triple wick. Quickly. There you go.
Yeah, next turn we kill him with fireball.
Right now, yes, you basically set up lethal from hand. You're definitely not trying to play the fireball before you actually have potential straight up lethal with it.
Yeah,
it's extra burn damage, but you don't want to show that burn damage. You want to keep on pushing on the board before shit happens. Yeah, this is pretty sad for us. I'm kind of sad that we played the wick there instead. Okay, what can we do?
Okay, we can definitely. Well, that's a lot of healing first and foremost. We'll have to deal with the I think with the big Tigress plushie. We don't want to use fireball because we don't have lethal right now. We can certainly, you know what we can probably do. I'm not sure if it works that way. We can play Flame Rev.
That's exactly what we're doing.
Into Overflow.
So yeah, play one Flame Revenant first, and then play the Overflow. And just poke the Divine Shield with the 2-3.
Do we get the buff on our guys?
Yeah, you get it on all of them, I think. Yep.
So it does count as playing, actually, despite the fact that they're not being played from
after
hand.
you summon an elemental. It specifically says summon.
After you summon.
If it said play, only the first one would have gotten it. Actually, what does it summon a copy of this? So actually, even if it said played, since this says summon a copy, it would have still played a bunch of 4-3s, but if it said summon another Overflow Surger, in that case, if this one said if you played, in that case, these would have been 3-2s. Get it? You gotta be really comfortable with all of those random nuances.
Okay, so he's gonna use Crusader Aura and try to deal with our board, apparently.
He dealt with quite a lot of it, but the Fireball doesn't care about trivialities like this. GG.
So we have 14. Oh, we have lethal, right?
Exactly. Show Fireball first. We don't need to be a dick about it. Yeah, when you have lethal, it's a good idea to show the lethal first.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That was unintentional, to be fair.
Yeah. Okay. First game was a staggering win, but we were playing against a random pile of garbage, to be fair.
The game should be...
Okay, against the
Warlock. We're playing against Warlock, so...
That might be brutal.
We're fucked, right?
Yeah, probably. Okay, what are we thinking about this here hand?
Low-key, I like it. I like it all, honestly. I'm thinking keep all. This is a pretty nice hand.
I'm okay with it. Sure. Let's do that.
We can trigger both Rolling Stones and we're gonna have like 3 3s on the board, which is nice. And
Okay,
so
what are we doing
if this was Spain, that would probably make sense to play cheap taunt. So
Yeah, this
probably
guy is
Pain
not
Warlock.
Pain if he's playing Void Walker. I don't even know what the fuck he's supposed to be if he's playing Void Walker in today's day and age. Maybe some weird Snake Excavate Warlock, maybe a Highlander Warlock, but it's definitely not going to be Pain.
This is a weird situation because I'm thinking we can either play both Firefly and Synthesize or just play Firefly.
I think it's just Synthesize.
Yeah.
Like, sticking a 1-2 right now is not really going to do all that much for us, so might as well just do this.
That is true, yeah. I was thinking that maybe we should play coin now because we don't have much uses for it later, but I think I'm just playing wrong. So.
Oh, you definitely are gonna have uses for the coin later,
Yeah.
just not immediately.
Blood Mage
Okay.
Thalmos. Okay, we have Archiver. I'm not sure if we have good targets for it though, but
Not yet, I think. I mean, next turn you actually might, because you're gonna have the Flame Revenant, but it's gonna be wonky. I think for now it's just gonna be a Rolling Stone.
yeah.
And kill
Rolling
off the
Stone
taunt.
and just attack taunt,
Yeah.
just kill taunt, and that's it. Sounds pretty good. So this is not Pain Warlock. I've never actually really played that much against Warlock, so I have no idea.
It's probably gonna be
What do you
nasty.
think?
Warlock is known to have plenty of removal, and this guy probably has a lot of it too. Okay, he's not
Another
Highlander,
werewolf.
that much we know. That much has been said. Okay,
he goes
fascinating.
face. Sure. Right. So let me think. Let me think real quick. Tar slime. Tar slime. I'm not sure about it. I think. First of all, we can probably combo something with Archivist. I think we may play something like Flame Rev into Coin, into Archivist, into Sediment. I think I counted the mana right.
It's something you can do, but I think for now we can take it a bit slower. Maybe we can play the 1-mana Tar Slime. It's in the middle. Yeah, the Tar Slime. And you can play the far left Rolling Stone. Far left. And kill the taunt with it.
And go face.
And just go face. The spell power is a little bit scary, but I don't know. Maybe we should have killed it because we actually don't have plans to kill it anytime soon. I don't know. We'll see.
Should have played the taunt on the far left, but
yeah, far left would have been preferable. Against the Warlock, they probably don't have anything to punish us with, but still, it's a good practice to think about it.
Yeah, it's just good to think about it consciously all the time, so you get it into habit. I think.
Yeah. Okay, the file is out of the way apparently. So good thing we didn't go overboard with the stuff we could have done.
Yeah.
So this turn we can actually do a good chunk of stuff. This turn we can actually do a lot of Flame Revenant nonsense.
Yeah, we definitely want to start. If we're gonna do it with Flame Revenant, we definitely want to start with Flame Revenant. Then it's probably gonna be Aqua Archivist. So that's gonna put us into 0 mana discount 2. We can definitely play Sediment. I think something like that.
I think we go with the 2-mana Flame Revenant.
Yeah.
2-mana Aquatic Archivist.
Yeah.
2-mana Shade Spider. Yeah, that one. And maybe even coin out a fire, just so, a Firefly, just so we can get an extra +1 while this 2-3 is still there.
Yep.
It's kinda aight.
It's not a bad board.
Not very amazing against Warlocks, sadly, because Hellfire, Domino, a lot of removal for them. Table Flip even, Probably doesn't run table flip in this nonsense, but I don't even know what the fuck he runs in this nonsense. That is not removal, my guy. Sucks to be this guy, I guess. Sadly, we don't have an amazing removal for it either, but still, we're gonna be able to stick a little bit of extra board stuff.
Okay. Well. So freezing does nothing against this guy. Nothing, at least of what we achieve, what we want to achieve. Sorry.
I think I'm down. We can start with the synthesize, see what we're working with.
That's true.
Just what I was afraid of. Nothing.
Nothing, yeah. Well, I'm thinking we can attack with Archivist and Firefly, then finish him off with a Fire Blast. And maybe we can even get out a couple of Fireflies just to get, the benefit from the Revenant while he's still alive. I'm thinking something like
I think the free attacks into the 6/6. Free attacks into the 6/6.
Yeah.
Hero power it. Play the 1-mana Flame Geyser on it. The spell, Flame Geyser.
Sorry. Yeah.
Go face with everything and play a flame. Play a flame. There you go. I think that was the best of all worlds right now, because the hero power, maybe it was not a bad idea still to kill it off with the 2/3 instead, because you would have actually played a couple of 2 more Fireflies instead, so I don't know. It's a little bit weird if that was the best play or not.
I think those 2 lines, basically my line and your line, were pretty much somewhat equal because we were playing Fireflies anyway.
Yeah, so I think it was gonna achieve close to the same thing.
We still have the same board, and we still have
we managed to go face for 2 extra damage this way at least, but you could have just saved the Flame Geyser for later for his face anyway, but it's kind of weird. Yeah, this guy's playing a very weird deck.
It's pain, but for when you're afraid of pain, I guess.
Yeah.
He's not going full out.
Very, very weird. A random Warlock cards deck. Wow. Fascinating.
Charge. That's
That was a lot of healing he just burned for no good reason. Why the fuck would you play a charge when you have 7 healing for 4 mana? That was so silly. For real, for real. Well, he killed himself.
We have
it's almost lethal, but it ain't. It's 1 off.
Yeah, we can play something like Taunt, just to counter this guy. Let me think about it. Or we can actually freeze him, go face, and finish him next turn. Honestly, but
I'm actually okay with that line. You can literally play both the freezers for both the minions, so that's gonna stick you on the board even better. That's not a bad idea, sure. Yeah, freeze both of them that way, with the 1 mini as well. The other one.
And just go face.
Yeah.
And finish.
The alternative would have been to play the Steam Guardian. That's gonna draw you an extra potentially burn spell for the turn after, like Molten Rune and whatnot. Maybe that was even a bit better, but as you saw, this guy is running healing and whatnot, so probably not a bad idea to stick a board. Okay.
Free health.
Custom Warlock free? Question mark.
Oh, it's still lethal if he doesn't do anything.
And for 1 mana, he ain't doing much.
That's true.
Well, GG.
Okay, so...
Hey, look at that, we're learning. You showed lethal first.
Yeah?
If anything, the coaching was worth it. Just for that alone.
We're being a little bit less toxic.
Yeah. Public service right there.
Yeah.
There's really a lot of caveats to explain with that one because it really relies a lot on discovering a lot of stuff, so I can go into deep detail with that one,
Also,
oh shit.
That's nice.
Yeah, we actually have the potential big boy turn free play here. I think you just remove the Molten Rune and hope you get a 1-drop here.
Yeah.
Don't get a one drop, and we didn't.
That's not
It's
a
actually
one
pretty
drop, but
sad.
whatever.
One droppant. Yeah, I'm not sure the Surger is gonna be that amazing now. It's gonna be a turn 3 double idiots. Okay, I guess
Oh
with a
my
turn
God,
4 that thing, it
that's,
might actually work out. That's all for
insane.
now. It could actually work out decently well. We'll see.
Oh, it's pretty slow, but it's fine, I guess.
It's slow-ish.
We're playing
Because
against Rogue
turn
again.
2 you play a 2/2, turn 3 you play a double 3/2s, and turn 4 you play triple 3/2s kind of deal. So
Yeah.
it could actually be somewhat okay.
Yeah.
Time's ticking.
Okay,
so
that's
a
interesting.
Well, so this is gonna be 6/4 on the next turn, which is not bad. And then we can try, maybe hope for another Archivist and try it with the Flame Revenant. Flame Revenant is kind of baiting me into keeping this hand, but I'm not doing this. I think we play our Aqua our Archivist and pass. I think that's the play.
I'm okay with it. We could have tempoed out the Revenant as well, but might be a better idea to just play a Surger next turn still. It's kind of wonky, but we won't really be able to do all that much just yet. Technically, we could have actually... I mean, it would have been bad. Interesting.
Shell Spider.
Okay, what do you think we do here?
Honestly, just stick to our original plan. Overflow Surger, or we could actually go Flame Rev into Shell Spider.
That's what I'm thinking, honestly. Because the Overflow is a little bit... like, it's even weaker than the other alternative right now, and the other idiots become even stronger, potentially even a lot stronger. And let's see, the card drop could be a one drop, would make it huge. It ain't.
That's a Molten Rune.
Here I'd say you make the trade. I think you make the trade because you really want to be sticking this 2-free at least. But not that this helps you all that much, but it could. So yeah, next turn these Surgers are even bigger, and the 2-free can make him even bigger, but odds of it sticking not very high. It could though, especially if he gets unlucky with the quick draw here.
Why was making trades a preferable move here?
Because you really want to be protecting the Flame Revenant, and leaving that 1/1 on the board could be the difference between it sticking and dying, which would be a huge loss for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, trading is a good idea when you really want to be protecting something. He didn't manage to protect it, but he still had to spend that somewhat valuable resource to kill it. But he did discover it, so it's not as valuable.
Mm-hmm.
Trading there basically increased the odds of you actually sticking that 2-free. Like, he discovered something, and that something could have been 2 damage AoE, let's say. Okay, I think we go with the Surger now. It's gonna give you 3 idiots, pretty decent.
Yeah, it's not bad. Then we go face, obviously.
Mm-hmm. This guy just discovered a bunch of stuff, so odds of him finding some random removal not very high. Neat.
Oh, he's gonna kill the 4, which
Sucks
is
to be him.
still nice because it's still 4 to the face.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Okay, that's kind of huge. And next turn it could even be huger. But
I'm thinking we go face, and we don't want to show Flame Rev this turn, right? I don't like this. I'm thinking we can forge the Molten Rune. Go face and maybe hero power face, just not to waste too much mana and like bank it for the next turn. Because once again, if I put a Flame Rev right now, he's probably gonna just remove it.
I mean, he literally told us he does not have the removal last turn. Like, he literally just hero powered and floated a bunch of mana. That's a pretty weak play of him. Normally, I would be okay with what you said, but this guy literally told you he does not have jack shit in terms of dealing with this board. So unless he gets lucky into discovering next turn, I think just tempoing out another Surger right now. No. That is not what I said. Okay, Flame Geyser his face and played a 1-drop. 1 mana
What?
Flame Geyser played a 1-drop. 1 mana Flame Geyser and played a 1-drop that comes out of it. Flame Geyser his face, 1 mana, 1 mana, 1 mana, 1 mana.
Yep.
And played a 1-drop if you can, but you can't. What
I
I was saying there is he didn't have a way to deal with all of these free 2s, so he wasn't gonna have a way to deal with all of the other free 2s you would have played with the Overflow Surger. But instead you played the Revenant. It's not... We're still gonna win here.
Yeah, I just tunneled a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was never a correct play to play that Surger.
Yeah.
I mean, we wanted to play the Surger, not this 2-free.
I know all the steps.
But yeah, he's still hella dead here, just because we have all that burn damage right now.
Yeah, I just tunneled hard into that play with the
like that
Overflow
sometime.
Surge.
Yeah, just fireball off his mouth.
Yep.
Technically, the biggest amount of damage could have been the forging the Molten Rune and then going face with it, because that also would have given you a potential 1 mana damaging spell like another Flame Geyser. But we didn't really need to waste time on that now, did we? A fellow mage connoisseur.
We're going second. Flame Geyser. Not sure actually. If it's a mage, it's probably a spell mage, right?
Probably, yeah.
So Flame Geyser doesn't sound that good.
Yeah, I think only the Rolling Stone makes some sense here for us. It's kinda iffy, because you gotta get a 1-drop, but you usually do get those, so... I think just the Rolling Stone, and even that's a bit questionable, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah. So we replace everything except the Rolling Stone.
I think so.
Correct? Yeah.
Mark
Sounds
Twain.
good.
Well, sadly no 1-drops, but honestly, if nothing else comes, you could consider coining out the Revenant on turn 1.
Yeah.
Okay, there's your 1-drop though, so we'd rather do that then. Alright.
And we just chill.
Yeah, that's about it. Okay.
Okay, that is
Something to roll on.
That's fine, I guess.
Yeah, roll over it.
So we just play Rolling Stone and we just kill it.
Yeah, ain't gonna kill itself.
And that's it. I don't think we play anything else.
Yep, next turn we can coin out a couple of Flame Imps, Fireflies I mean, with Flame Revenant.
We get it. Yeah, it's a spell mage. He's got the keyboard.
Yeah, it's just no minion mage indeed. Yeah, I think the Flame Revenant with a couple of flies here would be decent. So, Revenant and coin both the flies.
Flies, you mean the... Oh, yeah, the elementals. Sure. Yeah, coin this and that. Probably has that spell that deals 6 damage. I don't remember the name of it.
That's pretty annoying top deck, not gonna lie, but we still stick a bunch.
Oh, we still
that's a decent top deck. I think I'm down with it. Handles the board nicely, keeps damaging. Yeah, we can go with it.
we keep our board.
Oh wow, that was unfortunate. You can just go face still. He can make the trade.
Yeah.
It's still 2 extra damage. Joke's on you, we're into that shit.
Elemental Companion, huh?
Well, that's annoying. We are gonna have to handle that one. The fuck? Okay.
Okay. So, first and foremost, I think we kind of have to understand, do we want to... yeah, I think we do want to deal with this board. I think we play Archivist into Sleet Skater, honestly. And we freeze the Heifer. Actually, this guy also kills my...
I mean, the 4-2 needs to get dealt with, because giving this man discounts is a very big no-no in our book.
Oh,
so that thing has to die one way or another. I think you just straight up trade it with the 2-free.
Yeah, that's
And,
true. And
are we okay with Archivist Lead Skater? It sticks a little bit of stuff that also controls this. I'm okay with it. It's probably the biggest amount of stats we can plop on the board right now, so sure, freeze that.
yeah,
3-3.
the other play would probably we can also maybe
Yeah, we could have done the
can't.
card draw and see where that takes
Yeah.
us, but I guess this for now is kind of okay.
And maybe we could have forged Molten Rune.
Nah,
but,
forging this turn is never gonna be a great idea for us. Well, that's
Yeah,
pretty
there's
annoying.
no
This guy
function.
keeps
Yeah, that's
top
pretty
decking
annoying.
answers turn after turn. Okay, this is just a 2-2 this time.
Yeah, another
weapon.
Cosmic Keyboard. Goddamn.
Okay, right
This
now
guy-
we know he only has a single 1-2 in there with a couple of other cards plus the top deck, so it's nothing that amazing for him. Let's see the card
Yeah.
draw.
Yeah. It's synthesized. It's not bad. Definitely. We could also. I don't actually think we might want to freeze the 3/3 here.
Probably.
kills our
So
stuff.
let's start off with the synthesize in that case, see where that takes us. Anything that
Elusive.
sparks joy.
Give you here +4 attack. We don't have it, and we have the Guardian.
Yeah, one mana Sleet Skater, the 3/3, and sure, you can also draw again with the
Draw again.
Shell
Yeah.
Spider.
We'll still get to keep something. He probably trades
Mhm.
here. I'm thinking,
Probably. Yeah, that's about it.
and then we can keep up the freeze. Light show.
That was decent for us-ish. Would
Yeah.
have been even better if it went face, but it is what it is.
Deal 6 damage to the
Okay.
face, which is
Got that out of the way. Okay. Hold up. Are we gonna be freezing this 4/4? Because if we are, you want to be doing that right now, because if you don't, you're gonna board lock yourself with this Surger.
yeah.
So I
That's
think
a
you
good
start off
question.
with the 1 mana Glacial Shard on his 4/4, and then you play the Surger. And you
And
can
then you
also,
think, we're
yeah,
forging.
you can
We're
forge it this
forging.
time for real, because next turn we might just straight up play it to get some rando spells.
Yep.
Right now he only has a couple of cards other than the 1/2. That's actually pretty annoying, because he's probably gonna get discovered
He's gonna
twice.
cast it. He's gonna cast
Oh,
it.
it's Light Show
That's a
twice.
light show. It's not bad for
It
us.
is
I
bad,
think.
because it's probably gonna kill everything. It's too much damage. It amped up. The next one's gonna be even bigger. It's trying to get a little bit fugly. Yeah, let's see the 3 mana Molten Rune to his face. See if we get something to handle the board with.
Do we face?
Face,
Yeah.
face, I
Yeah,
think it's face. It's too much damage to spread on his minions.
Arcane Intellect, Frostbolt, Arcane Intellect for Fireball. It's Fireball is a bit on the expensive side. Frostbolt is fine. Quick Shot, Deadly Shot, or Explosive Shot. I don't know what the fuck are those cards, honestly.
Was Explosive Shot 5 mana, guys? Or is it actually 4 in this one? I have no idea either. Because it's kind of okay to use it. But, no. Go with 1 mana Jaina's Gift for Fireball. Fireball. Go face with it. And I think next turn we should be able to kill it. Next turn we should be able to kill him because we have 4 damage with the 2 mana Elemental. It's still 5 mana in there? That sounds stupid. Oh shit, that's annoying. Oh shit, that's annoying. That kind of cog blocks what we're trying to do here. That cog blocks us big time unless you top deck Fireball and you do no such thing.
Well, we could
Shit.
draw a spell, but that's not good, right? Quick Shot, Deadly
Even
Shot,
if it
Explosive Shot.
if it actually gives you a Fireball, it's a 50-50 for a Fireball. It's also gonna discount a fire spell, so you are gonna have enough mana. Let's roll the dice. Play the Steam Guardian. Bull fucking
Ah.
shit. That's
Yeah.
lame. That's lame. Had to be a fireball, but it decided not to be a fireball. That lost us the game, didn't it?
Wait. Give hero.
There's a
No, we
taunt in the
didn't.
way.
No, we didn't. No, we
There's
didn't.
a taunt minion in the way.
Oh fuck. Yeah, right. Well. Yeah, I think we just concede.
Wait a
We
minute.
can try to
Wait a
see
minute.
the Rexar's
Play
gift.
the
here just
Rexar
once.
gift. Take the quick shot, 2 mana quick shot. Use it on the
Yeah.
free. The free,
On
his free, yes. His free, and use the 2 mana flame geyser on his 2/2. And we're still dead on board to a hero power. God damn the 50-50 fireball, man, that was lame. And him rolling this 2/4 was absolute dog shit as well. Like, that went so poorly for us. Oh, well.
Oh, it's fine. It happens.
Yeah. Okay, you want to finish off with some of that Death Knight?
Yeah, we could play some Plague Death Knight.